Yo, we back. It's your boy Populi. Now, 5 days after the death of notorious drug kingpin Alberto Alpo Martinez, a lot of details are coming out about his life after he was released from prison and into the witness protection program. Now, according to the Sun Journal, it was said that he lived on 169th College Street in Lewiston, Maine. And they got some details from his neighbors that we'll get into. But I also wanted to talk about some of the details where they said that he was seen throwing heroin out of the truck he was suspected to be murdered in. Also, rumors, and actually I don't even want to say these are rumors because they come from well confirmed sources that I know, that a lot of bodies are dropping in Harlem. So I wanted to kind of get y'all perspective on that. Was that the aftermath of this death? Was that just everyday New York shit going on? And also, it's a lot of speculation as far as he was putting his movie together. I wanted to see who y'all think would be the best actor that they can get. Most people probably going to say Cameron because he portrayed Alpo in the movie Paid in Full. But me, I'm thinking a little bit out the box. I want to be the first to put a recommendation out there, and I recommend Melvin Gregg. Most people know him as Drew Man Boy Miller from Snowfall. Some people might have seen him on American Vandal. He from around the way, right? From Portsmouth, Virginia. Graduated from IC Norcom. So shout out to Melvin Gregg. Y'all get in the comment box below. Y'all let me know who y'all think should portray Alpo in this movie. And y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Popula. I'm going to be back with some more updates as they come through. Y'all hit the bell under this video so y'all know when this real trill spill shit is dropping. Y'all get in the comment box below. Represent your neighborhood. Y'all know how we run it. And y'all stay tuned to listen to what some of the neighbors had to say about Alpo. Mobb.
When Alberto Alpo Martinez got out of maximum security prison in Colorado in 2015, he landed in the federal witness protection program and began a new life far from the life that made him a hip-hop legend as a notorious drug kingpin. He wound up in a first-floor apartment of an old building on College Street in Lewiston and stayed there just until a few weeks ago. When someone gunned him down in Harlem early on Halloween, Martinez was behind the wheel of a maroon 2017 Dodge Ram he bought for a construction business he started out of his Lewiston home. Neighbors, who knew him as Abraham Rodriguez, had no idea the big friendly guy next door had once lived at the apex of a drug empire that stretched from New York City to the nation's capital. 3 different neighbors called it surreal on Tuesday. Kylie Terra, who lived above him in the 3-story gray-sided apartment house, says she didn't believe it could be the same man until she saw photographs of his souped-up truck shot up on the streets of Harlem. "Oh my God, that's Abraham's truck," Terra said. She yelled. She said that Martinez hadn't been around much in months, but she said he returned 2 or 3 weeks ago with a U-Haul that he filled himself. Then he drove off, and that was the last of it, Terra said. His former apartment, with 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, and a living room, remains vacant. Neighbors said they saw a lot of Martinez during the 6 years he lived in the place, often in the company of an ever-changing variety of women. He had, they said, a lot of girlfriends. He kept to himself a lot, said Harold Hallen, who lived in the neighboring building, but he'll do anything for you. Hallen said Martinez often took trips to New York, but there was never anything suspicious about them. Sometimes he had visits from New Yorkers too, including a couple of kids who stayed with him on occasion. Some of the visitors, he said, had cars much nicer than anything normal people would drive. Terra recalled wondering how Martinez could afford a nice truck, a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, and a luxury sedan, but she never had a clue about his past, she said. Lance Brown, another neighbor, remembered a time when he saw Martinez driving down the street on his Harley with Michael Jackson's Billie Jean blasting. Tara said that Martinez liked to turn up the volume on his big screen television and sound system. Once, she said, my whole sofa was shaking, and when he ignored her text to quiet down, she called the police for help. You couldn't have asked for a better neighbor, Brown said. All three said they had no idea Martinez had such a brutal background. When authorities caught up with Martinez in 1991, he faced the prospect of 14 murder counts and the death penalty. He cut a deal, informing on others, to get a 35-year sentence. By 2015, he was a free man again. His Lewiston neighbors learned of his fate this week when they read it in the newspaper, wondering if it could be possible that the drug kingpin slain in Harlem could possibly be the same guy they knew. It shocked me big time, Hanlon said. We were heartbroken, Brown said. This hurts. It really does. I have no sympathy, Tara said. It looks like he wanted to get back into the life. You reap what you sow, Hanlon said. She also remembered telling him off for cheating on a woman who considered herself to be his fiancée. I did that to a drug lord. He could have disappeared me, Tara said. His apartment, neighbor said, was sparsely furnished with nothing on the walls. It had a furnished apartment look, they said, with cheap, simple furniture except for the electronics. Brown said Martinez had cameras set up to keep an eye on things. Neighbors said Martinez worked for a time in the warehouse of a Pepsi distributor and then got into a construction work, including a business that cleared out commercial space. Most recently, he worked hanging sheetrock for a project in Scarborough. Brown said Martinez must have worked hard because he came home sometimes looking like he put in long days.